Hello, hello and welcome, sisters. I'm just going to light some incense to create a space for our ceremony today. Welcome. Hello, Princess Kaha. How are you, sister? Hello, Trishna. So good to see you, sister. Hello, welcome, everybody. I hope that you can hear me and see me clearly. Just getting settled and having my notes here. And if you're joining live, please say hello so we can presence you, because I can't see who's live with me. Just lighting now some Palo Santos to just clear the space. Just clearing our energy field and preparing ceremonial space today as we gather here on this new moon in Aquarius and on this Valentine's Day, this holiday of love. And we are gathered here to honor our hearts today and to deepen our self-love and to open ourselves more to love. So before we start, I would like to speak a little about self-love and love. I know this is a topic that sometimes we can struggle with, especially on a day like this. Even like no matter if we're single or in a relationship, there's always some expectations, there's always some friction that can happen. Not always, but it can happen. Yeah, so speaking about self-love, I feel that we are often raised to follow certain expectations, and we take those those teachings, those things that we have learned from society, from what society expects from us, especially as women. We take them and set them as our own expectations, and that often leads to us not being very gentle with ourselves, not feeling that self-love, that love for ourselves. So if this is something that you've been struggling with, I found it very, very helpful to go back to forgiveness, because I feel that forgiveness is the first step to self-love. We can't move from judging ourselves, blaming ourselves, doubting ourselves directly to self-love. Compassion and forgiveness are that in-between step that leads to us accepting ourselves, and then once we are accepting ourselves, that when we are able to move into self-love. So forgiveness happens not just like sometimes we think, oh, I'm just gonna say I forgive myself, But I feel it's first acknowledging the hurt that happened, the hurt that we've done on ourselves throughout our lifetime, all the times that yes, maybe other people did hurt us, but the only way that happened is because we've taken what they said as our truth and we said it to ourselves. We found truth in it, even though it's not true. So asking, like, apologizing to ourselves for causing that hurt, and really allowing these parts of us, our shadow that we've pushed down, maybe the inner child that we've told, oh, you're too much, or oh, you're such a troublemaker, you're a bad girl, you need to stay in your corner and stop sabotaging my relationships, or stopping me from getting love from others, because that's all we want to feel loved. And somehow within that process we practice resentment, because we think if we change ourselves, if we hide parts of ourselves, that will make us more lovable. You know what I mean? And let me know if you like, what are your thoughts around that? Oh, I see, I haven't been seeing it in the comments. Hello, sisters. Oh, so good to see you all here. Hi, Soraya. Hi, Melinda. Hi, Roxy. Yes, yes. Love and light to all. Yeah, so so like I said, I invite you to do this today if you like, or any other day. All days are perfect to start this type of work if you haven't been deepening in it lately, to get in touch with that part of you that feels hurt, and to apologize. And then that's when forgiveness happens, is when that part feels that sincere apology that you offered it, and it feels safe enough to let it go and to forgive. And also, I feel once we get to that part where we are at a good level of self-acceptance, it's very important to maintain that self-love, and to grow it through a daily practice of self-love. So, like, especially catching yourself whenever you're not very kind to yourself. Hello, Janet. How are you, sister? Sending prayers to you and to your stepdaughter. Yeah, so catching yourself when you find yourself judging yourself, when you find yourself blaming yourself, when you find yourself not being kind, and coming back and being like, okay, like, I'm sorry for saying that in the moment, and yeah, that's not true. Like what I said about myself, oh, maybe you did something and you called yourself stupid, or you looked at yourself in the mirror and you didn't like what you saw, and you made you had a thought that was not kind to you. So catching that in the moment is a beautiful practice of self-love, and then bringing yourself back to love, to remembering your beauty, to seeing your beauty, and to saying, I love you, and really meaning it. Like, that word alone, when we say it to ourselves, it has immense healing power. To just spending like even like 3 minutes repeating to yourself and receiving that love. And here I want to talk about receiving love. Well, yeah, sister. So for another thing that we tend to do is that even when we are being loved by others, we are not receiving the love. And what does that mean is that, yes, we hear it, somebody say I love you, maybe we say I love you back, or we say thank you, or they do something nice to us and we say thank you, but are we really opening to receive the love, to feel it? We tend to shield our hearts and numb ourselves to that feeling for many reasons. Maybe we are afraid that we're gonna lose it at some point and we don't want to get attached, or we are afraid that if we receive that love, we will feel even more love for that other person, and then at some point they're gonna reject us. So this is a very tender place, and we can start by receiving our own love and really feeling those words, those loving words and those loving actions, instead of taking them for granted. Like even the things that we do for ourselves, we often take ourselves for granted. We take our partners and family members for granted sometimes. How? By not really receiving it, and kind of like, just like, okay, that happened and then I move on, instead of taking it in and taking the time to really cherish that love. Yeah. So where am I? So yeah, I feel this is the main point that I felt called to speak about today, because I feel they are very relevant maybe to everybody's life, especially when we are aware and we want to heal ourselves, we want to heal our hearts, and we know that the medicine is within us. The medicine comes from love, and that's how we are able then to mirror that in our outside world. So if we want to manifest a beautiful, loving and caring relationship, it starts from within. That's our love for ourselves reflects back, and when we feel that we are loved, we also, even when we are in a relationship, we won't have as many issues of doubting the other person's love, because that is the wound of I'm not lovable, I am not loved. So I want to start the official I guess energy work and light language work that we're going to be bringing in today by tending to our hearts, because many times we are not so gentle with our hearts, and we tend to blame our hearts for the hurt that happens, and we tend to be like, oh, my heart is too caring, my heart is too naive, and it gets me in trouble, and then we end up shielding the hearts. So I want to honor our hearts today, and really feeling that hurt that we might have caused ourselves for blaming our hearts, and instead opening our hearts to be able to express themselves, and sending love to our hearts instead of like judging them and blaming them. So let's just drop in and tune in with our hearts, and kind of feeling, it's like, kind of like I want to give a hug, a compassionate hug for our hearts, for allowing us to first be alive And second, there are these amazing energetic portals of love that through our hearts we're able to feel universal love. We are able to feel love, to express love, to receive love. So just closing your eyes and breathing into your heart now. And reminding yourself that you are safe, that it's okay to open your heart, that it's okay to feel love. Reminding our inner child that we are stronger now, and that we know how to set boundaries and keep ourselves sitting on our sovereign throne. We have the tools, we have the wisdom, and we also have the medicine within us to heal our hearts. And I now call upon the 7 star sisters. I call upon Sayami, Hestika, Electra, Miriana, Mesa, Salome, and Hathor. And I call upon the Cosmic Mother, the Divine Mother. I call upon the 7 star sisters to channel through me and to offer us a blessing for our hearts. And I invite and call upon the Divine Mother to hold us in her loving arms and to remind us that we are her children, that we are divine children, and that we are love. How can we keep ourselves separate from love, from our own love that is an emanation of divine love? How can we keep ourselves separate from our loved ones' love when their love is an emanation of divine love? So just opening your heart and just letting go into Divine Mother's arms. Just feeling yourself held by her now as you allow your heart chakra to open to receive this light language blessing. And with this transmission, we also call in more love, more self-love into our hearts. We call in true divine love to channel through us and to break through any blockages, any walls, any shields that we might have around our hearts. May it enter our hearts, and may we feel this love in every cell of our being. May we bloom as the beautiful sacred rose that we are. Walking vessels of the Mother, walking vessels of divine love. invite you as you receive this transmission to just feel into the energy within your heart space, making this infinity symbol and just moving around your heart, opening with each full circle. Yeah. Ariniana, Ariniana, we high, yeah, we high, opening our entire body to receiving this divine love that we are channels of, opening all of our chakras to allow this love light, this love energy to flow, opening our ears to hear the love, opening our eyes to see the love, opening our throats to speak the love, opening our body to feel the loving touch. You ya ya ha. You ya ha. I hini ro sai ha. I rini yo sai yo ha. Yari yo na. Ivani ha. Oikaya so ha. Oikaya so ha ina. Ihina ya aya aya. Aligning ourselves now with true love and calling in love, calling in divine love to fill our lives, to fill our realities, to fill our eyes, so we may see our lives and we may see others through the eyes of love. Chia sakataki chi sayana naya oika chorisi na haya ailimina ichuko soyina na ya manani churo sikadai Aisina tu risa paduri chik samanakadavi chi sananai oi sanana oi anavi aivari chi namana o sahaya chara oi rani chiku sayana hai avi sa oi hani chu risikada yananai oi yananai oi yananai chi sakadana. I'm seeing now in front of you the sister, the one that is connected to the heart chakra, Miriana, one of the 7 star sisters, our beloved 7 star sisters, standing in front of you now. Miriana, the priestess of the heart. She's now standing in front of you and holding in her hand a rose, a pink rose, just feeling into this rose, in what shade of rose it might be. And she's handing this rose to you now, this rose as a gift to help nourish your heart, to help soothe the heart, soothe the wounds of the past. You no longer need to feel that pain. You no longer need to suffer. You no longer need to live in that old story. Today, starting from this day, you can choose to step in more fully and commit to yourself, to your self-love, to feeling yourself as this divine love, and to allow it to flow into you, kind of like being your own fountain of love, filling yourself over and over with your own loving energy. So she's now handing you this pink rose, and if you feel called, you might receive it and just place it closer to your heart, and allowing this pink rose now to enter into your heart, kind of it's like it's being absorbed. This rose is made of light, and it's being absorbed by your heart now. Just feeling it now around your heart, holding your heart, loving your heart, filling your heart with more love. So you may over and over be more able to fill your own cup through self-love, to fill that need that we all have as humans, to feel loved, because anything other than that is not natural, because the essence of the universe is love, and how can we not feel love? So just receiving this rose now, and receiving the blessing from Mirjana, and she says, I am here for you, sister, infinitely, unconditionally loving your beauty, loving your wisdom, loving your essence, loving your light, and loving your shadow. There is beauty in each part of you. You are a beautiful emanation of the divine. You are a beautiful reflection of divine love. And divine love is within your heart, sister. So just looking now into her eyes, and if you feel called, you might say thank you or say whatever is on your heart today. And if you like, you can ask her for guidance to help you deeper step into your path of self-love. You might want to ask her, what can I do to more fully receive my own love, more fully feel my own self-love? What is the next step for me in reclaiming my divine essence, in reclaiming myself as divine love? Just taking a moment to listen. And whenever you feel complete, you can thank her again as she goes back. And before she leaves, she want to offer us one last message in light language, so we may really commit to this path, to our self-love, so it's not just a passing thought or desire, so it becomes our reality, that we learn to love ourselves unconditionally, and therefore feel worthy of receiving all the love that we desire from our loved ones and from the outside world, so we may manifest love within ourselves and outside of ourselves in our 3D reality. Shinani sari shikasata yana yana ha. Oiskanari chikasanya nani chakasamana. Aivini chusukuyoni ainganchi sayana ha. Uyanaya, Uyanaya, Ainiha, Yuhiha, Yayaya, Yayaya, Aisuya, Inarachi Saya. Hai vai o haya, oi chico yai, oi hani yai, oi sayu ha, yu ya nana chico sakanana ya, oi sikana, chiracha, I sikano no chikara chamanana. Always remember this. Always remember that you are divine love embodied in a human vessel. Thank you, sisters, for receiving this transmission. I would love to hear from you how you feel and how you felt, and yeah, and how are you feeling today? I would love to know. I really love Miliana. Her energy is so tender, so loving. And also, while I was channeling, I also used rose essential oil to bless our hearts. If you are working with on self-love, it's a really beautiful essential oil to work with. You can anoint yourself with it, anoint your heart space, And whenever you're feeling a little tender or maybe going through some emotions, it's really beautiful essential oil to bring us back to being more loving for ourselves. You're welcome, sisters. Yeah. So good to be here with you. It was truly a pleasure. If you have any questions around what I spoke about, also you can ask. Um, I'll be here for a few more minutes. Yeah, just like, yeah, I feel that it is so beautiful to really be able to commit to opening ourselves more and recognizing and receiving love from the divine, from ourselves and others. This is the, if I will leave you with, like, if you would remember anything, is this, is to learn to receive the love so you can feel it. Oh, Janet is saying, I have a bottle of rose on my altar and just inhale some of it every day. Yes, I love it. Yeah, rose essence or rose oil is so miraculous for healing the heart and opening the heart to self-love. Soraya is saying it's so beautiful. I'm glad, sister. Well, thank you all, sisters, for joining me. It was very beautiful to be with you again. If you're watching or you've watched the replay, please also comment. Let me know how you felt. How was your experience with the transmission and the meditation? Maybe share with us what's the guidance that you received from Miriana. And yeah, and if you need support, or you need anything, reach out, make a post on the group, and I'm here for you. We're all here for each other. Thank you all, and blessed be. Have a wonderful Sunday. I will see you next week, probably for our first quarter moon reading. Oh, thank you, Janet. Thank you. Blessed be, sisters. Bye bye.